A rockabilly singer naming his band the Little Green Men because of a Flyin Saucers song is already excellent. Add Jerry Lee Lewis on piano. Welcome to Music Storytime, where we gently kidnap your algorithm and introduce it to better taste in music. Enjoy the background music in the free usage playlist, you dirty scoundrels. Now, continuing today's focus music band. Pearly Lee Riley, Sun Records in full voltage mode, and a B-side named Pearly Lee. And suddenly the whole story feels like a chrome doodad launched from a jukebox into low orbit. Stick with this, because Pearly Lee Riley did not make tidy little records. He made songs that sound like they might leave tire marks on the wallpaper. Pearly Lee Riley came out of Arkansas with a guitar, a restless streak, and the kind of energy Sun Records could turn into pure combustion. He learned guitar young, served in the Army, then made his way to Memphis, where the studio was less a building than a weather system. Sun had a way of attracting people who sounded like they had one boot in country, one boot in rhythm and blues, and no interest in walking politely. Riley fit beautifully. Then came Flyin Saucers Rock Roll, which is one of those titles that practically writes its own comic book cover. The song is a blast of teen fuel imagination, all motion and grin and neon paranoia. It is not just catchy, it is catchy with a propeller on top. This is the kind of track you play for someone who thinks early rock and roll was tame. It has novelty sparkle, sure, but underneath that, it moves with real muscle. And the fact that it inspired the band name The Little Green Men makes it even better, because that is not a backing group name, that is a Saturday matinee collision with a dance hall. And then there is Red Hot, which wastes no time pretending to be subtle. 2 words, both on fire. The song has that Sun Records magic, where everything feels slightly over-caffeinated in the best way. Riley sounds like he is not simply singing the tune, he is trying to get out ahead of it before it bursts into flames. There is a famous what if hanging around this record too, because it had serious hit potential. But the label's attention drifted toward Jerry Lee Lewis and Great Balls of Fire, which means Red Hot carries this extra layer of mythology, like a future classic that got bumped by another meteor. Pearly Lee gives the story a different flavor. It is the flip side to Red Hot, but it is no throwaway scrap tossed into the sleeve. It has that playful named character energy that rockabilly loved, the kind of song title that feels like a wink from across a crowded room. If Flyin Saucers is the wild idea and Red Hot is the ignition, Pearly Lee is the grin that makes the whole machine feel human. That is part of what makes Riley so fun. His records are never just one color. And the band? The Little Green Men is one of the great names of the era. Slightly goofy, perfectly memorable, and weirdly cool. It tells you Pearly Lee Riley was not interested in being a marble statue of seriousness. He wanted motion, personality, and a little danger with a side of absurdity. That is a wonderful recipe for rock and roll. So if you want the Sun Records story with extra sparks shooting off the edges, Pearly Lee Riley is the guy. Flyin Saucers Rock Roll gives you the cosmic grin, Red Hot gives you the blast furnace, and Pearly Lee gives you the character and charm. Put them together and you get a performer who felt like a hot rod built out of rhythm, static, and one very unstable dream from 1957.